Hi, welcome to another exciting episode of Hobbies My Wife Hates. Today we're going to paint a Trederran strike team member, the Legionnaire. All right, this is the last member of my strike team to be painted, and I've decided to paint it just for you guys using the Army Painter speed paints and a few of the other Army Painter. The strike team is not available through retail, but if you're lucky enough to back the Shadows of Brimstone Adventures Kickstarter, then it was included in the Kickstarter. It will be added in future Kickstarters through Flying Frog's Shadow of Brimstone set. I hope you like this video and watch to the end and subscribe and like it. I hope. See you after the video. Today we're going to paint our Trederran Legionnaire using Union colors. First color we're going to use is Speed Paint Camo Cloak from Army Painter. We're going to follow the paint scheme from the hero card. We started with a black prime and then a white dry brush. The reason why we did that is these contrast paints look better when they're over white, but the black will help add shadow to it as well. We just put it all over his arms and his legs. So we now have this first coat on with the speed paints, and we'll let them dry. Now that that's dry, we're going to do some leather. We're going to use hardened leather. Again, another speed paint from Army Painter. Now, you get paint on the eyes, just go back over it with a little bit of white paint, like I'm going to have to do. All right, so pouches on his backpack. There we have it. Now we'll let that sit and dry and we'll come back. Or in reality, hit it with a blow dryer and come back. And now we're going to paint the metal areas. And this we're going to use speed paint broadsword silver. Now looking at the picture, got a couple areas to work with. You notice I don't have them on a base. I'm actually using glue tack so I can glue him to the base when he's done. I like to use decorative bases. If you saw our last video, you'd see where I made some trench style bases, World War I style trench bases. So put them on one of those. And we're done here. As well as I'm going to switch over to a smaller paintbrush. I'm going to use a detail brush for the next step. I'm going to paint the metal buckles. Get all those, okay? And we'll let them dry and we'll get back to it. All these little white areas, I'm going to use gunmetal. Okay, so we've got these metal areas done. We're going to let them dry a moment and we'll come back. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to paint black things on him. The hoses on his mask, as well as the strap of his gun and the handle on his knife. We're going to use Army Painter Grim Black. All right. And we will let that dry. Yes, the next thing we're going to paint is the wood stock of his T80 DS carbine. This we're using Army Painter dark wood. These contrast paints are great. Very little other touch-up paints are needed. Every now and then there's a paint that you got to do some touch-up on, but I really like these contrast type paints. The speed paints from Army Painter, I think, are the best paints out there right now, at least in the way of contrast paints. Now the wood is done, and we're going to let it dry. So I want to use some wash over some of the metal parts, like the gun barrel and his helmet. I don't like how shiny they are. Just over the air tank on his back. Maybe his gas mask. And his gun barrel. Gun parts. Magazine. And his belt buckle. Other than that, I really like how he's coming out. So we'll let that dry, and then we'll come back. Time to paint his eyes. For that, we're going to use Zealot Yellow, which is a great contrast paint. And we'll go back over that. And I said one more coat. Zealot Yellow. And that should do it. All that's left now is to attach it to a base and do a clear coat on them. There you have it. We've just painted the Shadows of Brimstone Trederran Strike Team Legionnaire. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like it, do whatever you can. Come back for more exciting videos in the future. All right? See ya.